I make it, it's gone 10:30. With the agreement of members, I would wish to take item 3 on the agenda first, the appointment of chairman. Obviously, I wouldn't want to preempt the decision at item 5, but would recommend that Jeff Lever or Ross Surtees would not be put forward as chairs or be proposed as members of the trust. So can I have a nomination for chairman, please?
Nominate Councillor Little.
I second Councillor Little.
Okay, Councillor Little, welcome as chair.
Can we have SEDERUNT and apologies, please?
Yes, certainly. Chair, we've got 7 members present this morning. 2 apologies, one of from Councillors Blake and McGregor. 2 members not present, being Councillor Brodie and Councillor Charteris.
And do any members have declarations of interest? Yep, we'll go to item number 4, delegation to Ad Hoc Bridge Educational Trust Subcommittee.
Chair, absolutely, I'm the author for this report. I have nothing to add to it, other than it's the remit that was agreed by SIPL.
Do any members have any questions? Yes, Councillor Sir.
I just looking at 3.5, where it says that we're to receive regular reports for consideration against the business plan. Do we know when we might get sight of said business plan?
Thank you. The plan is very much to develop the business plan over the next 6 weeks or so, very much in conjunction with the new trustees, rather than impose a business plan on them. It's very much working with them to develop that.
Thank you. That's what I was hoping. Thank you.
Councillor Nicholson.
So that means that once we get sight of the business plan and the development of the business plan, then it's not a fait accompli, we still have an input into that.
I would anticipate so, in terms of regular reports, etc. They're all open to be influenced, so always looking for input from all.
I mean, on the actual business plan itself, the now it's saying consideration against the business plan, receive reports. Now, if we knew what the business plan was, we could actually see what we're going to, what kind of structure is in that. But if the business plan becomes a fait accompli without any input from this committee, then it's more difficult for the evening, classes.
Absolutely. So, as Pat has detailed, we're developing it at the moment in conjunction with trustees. What I would propose to do at the next meeting, present a draft of the business plan for consultation in this forum, and then present reports against that business plan in terms of performance and monitoring.
Ivor.
So will all the trustees be in place before the business plan is complete? Because it says in the next report that there may be skill gaps within the trustees, but that'll have to be identified. So therefore, we have a plan that's maybe not as well developed because the people who should be there aren't there.
There will be the opportunity, if there are skill gaps, that as part of the constitution there will be an advisory group where we can go to skilled people to help develop that business plan in the short term if there are skill gaps. So, but it's also important that the trustees, the board, start to own the shape of the board and identify themselves for the future going forward. Who it is and what skills they want to add to the board. So there is that opportunity in the short term to draft in advisory group support to enable the plan to be developed. So there shouldn't be any gaps in terms of skill and input to the business plan.
Jeff?
But I'll be seeing the business plan be a live document anyway, so it'll be up for modification as the business of the bridge progresses and develops.
Absolutely.
Chair, if you don't mind, I suppose the business plan will be a product and reflection of what we're trying to achieve at the bridge. And I think we are really clear that it's new, it's a new initiative, it's the first one in the country. And I think we're probably quite clear that the bridge will operate and look quite differently next year from it might 3 years down the line, 5 years, 10 years. And so I think it is a working live document, and we just need to make sure that we've got the right people in place to influence that.
Ronnie?
I think that's what we're getting at, and I understood that and then development that, but it's without losing the vision. And the vision of what you want to achieve and end up for the whole of the educational whole of night and that as well. So, and that's why an input into that, a consultation would be good for us to have a say in that as well.
Does everyone, any more questions now? Well, can we go straight to the recommendations then? Noted. To item 5, Dumfries Learning Town, the Bridge Educational Trust, appointment of trustees. Any questions on this item? David?
It's talking about the Constitution as well. Okay. There's a couple of things I'd like to raise on the Constitution. And it's nothing desperate, it's just concerns I've got. That the first one is 69.2. One charity trustee who is a head teacher from a school in the local authority area. Could we make that the catchment area for Dumfries? I feel we need, it should be representing, you've got 4 secondary schools plus you've also got the primary schools in the catchment area, and I would assume those head teachers could be considered as being part of the board if they so require. The other one is on 69.3. 2 charity trustees who are elected members, Dumfries and Council, being chair and vice chair of the Council's Committee of Children and Young People and Life Learning. My concern there is, although we've got a good setup just now where one from the west and one from Dumfries, it could happen where neither of them come from the Dumfries area, and I would like one Dumfries ward rep from Sipple if neither a chair or vice chair is from a Dumfries ward. And it's the ward, I'm no looking at the centre of Dumfries or anything like that. It's the wards that represent Dumfries. I think we've got 4 of them. If there was somebody from there could sit on that committee, if they weren't a chair or vice chair, Sipple.
Yeah, okay. Ronnie.
I think Councillor McKee raises some important points, but I think it's something that we as a committee should have a look at. It's something that maybe task officers to go and have a look at the possibilities of that. But we're here. The Constitution as it is has been the regulator, and it's been agreed, I think, as it is. But there's nothing to stop us having a look at it and changing it. And I agree entirely with Councillor McKee's points on that. It's something that we don't want to lose sight of as well. But it's something that I don't think we can change just now. But it is something that we can get officers to have a look at and see the possibilities within that, if there's any flexibility to have that kind of representation, which might actually help, in the local area.
Is this something we can take away and look at?
Yeah, there are opportunities at any stage in the future to adjust and amend the Constitution based on experience and input. So these points would be very relevant, and it'd be something there is a formal process for adjusting the Constitution in conjunction with trustees. So yes, all these things could be taken into account.
Yeah, I would just say that the mechanism, the council for looking at the constitution would probably be a report into civil committee rather than the subcommittee and then go on from there.
Ivor?
Just on the constitution, just so that I'm understanding this right, there are 2 members of the trust. There's ourselves who have full voting rights, and there are DGCN, which is Dumfries and Galloway Council Nominees Limited. Is DGCN the other trustee board members, or who are they? Or is it someone from the council? So therefore 100% of the voting rights are the council's?
Good question. I'll have to probably read that just to enable you to give you a proper response. I don't know if Claire has a view on it. No.
Ivor, which page are we on so that Claire can have a look at that?
Well, it says there are 2 categories
12.
of membership at 11.1, page 11. Full members who have voting rights and members of the bridge who have no voting rights. And somewhere else it says that we have 99, on page 15, we have 99 votes and DGCN has 1 vote.
Yeah.
Now, who is DGCN? Is that someone appointed by the council? Because it's a nominee from us. Therefore, it's 100% of the council.
That's effectively the nominees, the trustees who are nominated would effectively 1 vote in that respect. So it's 99% the council.
You happy with that, Ivor? Yeah. Any other members? Any? Well, happy to go to recommendations. 2.1, note that the constitution of the Bridge Education Trust has now been approved by the Office of the Scottish Charity Regulator. 2.2, note that the Bridge Education Trust has now been granted charitable status by the Office of the Scottish Charity Regulator, as detailed in 3.6, 3.7 of this report. And 2.3, approve the appointment of trustees as delegated at 3.8 to 3.11 in this report. Yes, Ronnie?
Yeah, and if you take on board the comments that were made regarding.
Yeah.
Add an additional recommendation to request officers to look at the constitutions with a view to looking at representation locally with a view to 69.2 and 69.3.
Yeah. We've no other business. That was short and sweet. Thank you.
Sorry, Chair, would you just mind, can I open a invitation to the committee to come and visit the site if that was of interest, and arrange for a tour of the bridge since it's the start of the new committee?
Oh, that would be great. Yeah, thank you.